Hello everybody, welcome to The Problematic Gaze with me, Dr. Lee Arnott.
And me, Dave Moore.
Each episode will take a piece of pop culture from yesteryear and examine it through the problematic lens, asking ourselves the question, could you get away with it today? And if not, why not? And what does that say about society and culture then and now?
And before we take a deep dive into our chosen topic, we'll take a look at the news events of the day and the TV landscape and the pop charts of the year in question, just to put our show into context.
Very good.
Okay, I'm just going to reach out of camera.
Yes.
To get some bubbles.
Because
pre-unfoiled.
We are celebrating, dear gazers, dear viewers and listeners, because once again, the lovely people at the Radio Times have given us a mention, haven't they?
They have.
The top, is it top 30 or top 50?
Yes, it's the top 30 podcasts to listen to this summer. Top 30 new podcasts.
And we're in it.
We're in it.
Yay! So
Boy, thank you, Radio
hello.
Times,
Thank you,
everybody
Radio
there.
Times.
So basically, it's kind of split into about 6 categories. And in the TV and entertainment, or just entertainment, I
I
think.
think it's entertainment.
Yes. Oh, give me my glass.
There you go, Tom.
Where they're sandwiched in between Sarah Cox and
Kim Cattrall.
Yes.
It's like, wow, look at us.
with a light smattering of Nile Rodgers and Alan Partridge.
Yes.
So we're in really good company,
Very good
aren't
company.
we?
And we're thrilled because we're the only independent podcaster in that whole list.
Yes.
All the others are got big studios behind them. And we've got problematic PG Towers,
Yes.
haven't we? You know, with hundreds of people working for us.
Yeah.
Which is technically an abstract concept at the moment.
Made up, basically. It's just us two. We're independent, and to be featured alongside all those podcasts who are brilliant, all in their own right, but they do have a production company behind them.
Yes.
You know, people to do the research, to film it all, to record everything and edit it and put it out. We do everything ourselves, so it really means the world that we've been given this honour of
It does.
being included.
It does indeed. So
So,
cheers.
cheers. You can't see the cheers because it's off camera. But
Chin chin.
We are, just to prove we are together.
And thank you, dear listeners and viewers.
Yes, because without our honorary gazers who've been with us from the start,
They're not honorary, darling, they're gazers.
well, they're honorary gazers.
They're maybe honourable.
Honourable. See,
Very
maybe we do need a production company behind us.
Dishonourable, most of them, I guess. Revelling
But
in
yes, cheers. Anyway, we're
Cheers.
not going to blow our own trumpet anymore.
No, we're not.
Flick ourselves off to it. But
No.
it's really a big achievement considering
it. Bloody is.
you started off in a cupboard with a duvet wrapped around you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I tear my hair out every single week trying to get all the bloody machinery to work.
Yes.
But we're here.
We're here.
Yes.
So we're here. I'm also realising this shirt was a mistake because I'm already sweating like a bastard.
Now, gazers, comment below. But don't you think Lee looks a little bit kind of San Francisco 1970s chic going on? The look. And also, you look a little bit like Murray Bartlett.
Who?
Murray Bartlett. He played Mouse in the reboot of
Oh, okay, I'll go with that.
Sex and the City. And
I'll
he
take
was
that.
also in season 1.
Tales of the City.
Tales of the City, sorry.
Yeah.
I've got Sex and the City on the brain. Tales of the City, and then he was in White Lotus 1.
Ah, okay.
As the,
of course.
drug-addled
Yeah. Oh, I really like him.
concierge.
Yeah, I'll totally take that. I wasn't sure about the tash. And I was growing it with a general beard to kind of disguise it. And then I saw a porno. And the guy had that, I thought, looks great. Went upstairs, shaved it off. Here I am.
Did it have that 70s porno music?
It
Wow.
was actually a modern one. So,
was it? Well,
but
maybe the
this
look's
look
back
is
in.
there, it's back in, darling.
You know, you're like Madonna, you, with your image changes. I can't keep up.
I know. Finger on the pulse, love. Finger on
Aye.
the pulse.
So, okay, moving on. We've got a bit of housekeeping.
We have
haven't
got a bit of
we?
housekeeping.
Gonna put me Trevor McDonald's on.
Are we reaching for our bulging sack?
Yeah, let's reach for the bulging sack.
Because we've had letters.
Yes.
We've had letters, haven't we?
Yes, since the Radio Times, we've had a lot of people kind of emailing us at the problematic gaze at gmail.com just to kind of say, oh, they've seen the article and they've tuned into us and decided to get in touch.
Such as Stuart.
Yes.
We don't know where Stuart's from, but thank you, Stuart, and hello, Stuart.
Thank you.
Stuart found our podcast through the Radio Times, as you say, started with the Educating Rita episode, and he's working his way through the entire series. He says, we're always entertaining, even... Says
pressure.
Lee's always entertaining. Sorry, no, he says, we're always entertaining, even if the film or TV series under scrutiny doesn't initially appeal, which I really like, because
Yes.
I think I listen to a lot of podcasts, and if it's something I'm not interested in, I'll often just skip over it. So thank you, Stuart, for sticking over. He says the news headlines and accompanying charts are part of the fun and charm of the show. So thank you very much for that, Stuart.
Thank you very much, Stuart. Yeah, I think the good thing about our podcast is, again, to blow our own trumpet, it's not sequential in any way. We jump backwards and forwards through years and through kind of genres of TV and film. So you don't have to listen from episode 1. In fact, it's probably wise not to listen to episode 1.
The one where we don't know each other, even though we've known each other for 10 years.
Yeah, and we don't know what we're doing.
No.
We sound like newsreaders from the 1950s, don't we? But the thing is about our podcast is that you can kind of skip and jump and scroll to TV shows that you like, but also just take a punt on something that you've never heard of before, because you'll always learn something new, and we always put the links to the show that we're watching. You can sit down and watch it as well.
Yeah, I mean, some things will edify you. You know, It's a Royal Knockout,
Yes.
Aladdin and the 40 Thieves.
Yeah,
You know, there's a-
Victim.
Victim, yes.
Yeah.
I was being facetious, but you're genuinely being
yes.
serious.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sense of humour bypass.
There's edification and there's not so much edification in our
Yes.
back catalogue. So
Yes.
knock yourselves out. Now, you've heard from someone as well, haven't you?
I have.
Darren?
I've heard from Andrew, who's Australian, and he's a TV historian who specialises in soaps and queer content. And he said he's in the UK and just discovered your podcast after reading about it in the Radio Times. Wow, what a fantastic idea for a show! And I've listened to a few already, including the one you did on Prisoner / Prisoner Cell Block H. He's saying Prisoner because that's what it was
Obviously.
called in Australia.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
official title. Just explaining for our listeners, if you're still with us, gazers. But yeah, so that's a really nice one. Thank you. He does his own podcast as well. It's called the TV Gold Podcast in America, in Australia, with his co-host James Manning, and each week they review TV and new media.
Right.
So, yes.
And speaking of other podcasts, of course, we're being
Yes.
interviewed on Saturday
We
night, aren't we,
are.
for an American podcast called The Sewers of Paris, which interviews LGBTQ plus media people. We're now media people, darling.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
About what media they liked when they grew up. So we'll let you know when that's going to be broadcast, because that's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, really
Looking
fun.
forward to that.
Can I just mention to our gazers, what was the first thing you text me when I told you about being in the top 30 new podcasts for Radio Times? Do you remember?
No.
Talking about not wanting to let it go to our heads,
Yeah.
you said, "Where's my fucking limo?" He's turning. I'm going to have to
This is
keep this
how-
podcast grounded, because, I mean, his rider is something else.
Pages long.
Yeah.
This is how monsters are created.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we always joke about having the Royal Albert Hall on pencil for January.
Yeah. Is it
Ma-
January? It's
Yeah.
next January, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe I should
Shit.
firm that up.
Or maybe just push it back 6 months.
Yeah, maybe just push it back 6 months.
We'll get there.
We'll get
We'll
there.
get there.
We'll get there. We'll see you at the Royal Albert
Have to
Hall.
chop my feet off, which might be a possibility. We'll get there, darling. Anyway,
Okay, so we're going to start a new little feature.
Yes.
Because we are dipping our toe into the dizzying heights of podcast royalty.
Yeah.
We thought we'd better actually start branding
Try something
ourselves
different.
a little bit more. Each week we're going to talk about what we're finding problematic, and it could be anything. It could be a TV show you've watched, it could be something you're going through personally, it could be something in the news. So kick us off. What are you finding problematic this week?
do you know what I found really problematic this week? Did I tell you?
Yeah.
On the other day, I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, the 1997 horror movie, classic slasher in the old school slasher style. Hadn't realised that there's a sequel has been released last week, and there's a big premiere of it, in which Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., who were original cast members now in the serial, were there. And of course, Jennifer Love, two problems with it. Jennifer Love Hewitt gets excoriated and written just in the most terrible way because she's dared to get older and have kids and now has a mum's body.
I hate it when women do that.
I
when
know.
when they get when they age.
Why can't the delicate creatures be preserved in amber forever? You know, I mean, it was so vile. And the other thing was immediately, as well as, you know, fat shaming, body shaming, the beautiful Jennifer Love Hewitt, who looked fucking great. Fuck off, everybody. Also, immediately saying about the rivalry between her and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and how in 30 years after making this film they haven't spoken, and they've both said, well, we made a film 30 years ago, we've done other things, you know.
Yeah.
Both respect each other, both support each other, both have said what amazing careers they've had, but still the narratives were two women against each other. And Jennifer Love Hewitt actually said, it's interesting, this is what happens to women, because no one said Freddie Prinze Jr. and, the beautiful blonde-haired boy who was in the original as well, who used to go out with Clueless Lady, Ryan Felipe.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
No one back in the day said those two are arguing. They're not there. They haven't spoken in years. No one gets that. It's only women get this narrative of being pitted against each other. And I found it very annoying and very problematic this week. So just a big to those fucking... And you know exactly the type of person who's critiquing Jennifer Love Hewitt's body is somebody who's never had the touch of another human being in their life. Because they're on the Jabba the Hutt spectrum of appearance. So, fuck off.
Yeah, that is really problematic. Can I tell you what I'm finding problematic? It's on a more personal level.
Go on.
You. No, I'm kidding.
He's not joking.
That's just a general gripe. No, okay. Sorry, that was a little joke. I love you. I love you, really. Cheers. Okay. Getting ready for today's podcast. Obviously, I walk around like stick of the dump most of the time because I work from home and I don't really have to make the effort. So, little shave and everything. Past 50, nose hair, ear hair.
Yeah.
It's a thing now.
Yes.
Where it never used to be.
Yeah.
I'm just finding it quite problematic in general because it's not just a case of having a quick shave anymore. It's like get the strimmer up your nose, get the strimmer in your ears.
How much fucking hair have you got coming out of your
orifice? My ears have all got really hairy ear holes. Oh
dear.
And so I have to get the buzzer in and get them in because I've got these new buddy AirPods, cost me a fortune, and they don't have the rubber plug in it. So they supposed to sit in your ear. And I'm finding with the bushy ears, they keep getting pushed out.
I've just been a bit sick in my mouth.
So it's a real... Don't get old, kids. I mean, if you're a woman, you're going to get scrutinised.
Yeah.
A la Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yes.
And if you're a man, you're going to get fucking bushes coming out your ears and your nose.
Yeah, well, I'm just grateful you're at least making the effort because back in the 90s, before male grooming became a real thing, the boss I used to work for used to have the most horrific ear hair that was like mouldy cheese coming out. Remember, actually, it was mouldy dog poos when we were kids? The hairs that come off the mould.
When it turned white.
It was like that, yes. It was like that coming out of his ears. It used to turn my stomach each time. Anyway, cheers. Well,
okay.
Problems. Let's move on to the matter in hand today, darling.
Yep.
I've worn a shirt, rather a snazzy shirt, if I say so myself, because it's fashion. Dave.
Oh, I didn't get the memo.
God, I mean...
I am quite 1970s San Francisco myself, really, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Day wear.
Day wear.
Whereas your evening wear.
I'm evening wear, yeah. Dave, could you give me a little smize, please?
A little what?
A smize. Oh, you just smize at me.
What's a smize?
Smize. You smile with your eyes. That's it. That's beautiful. It's like... No. Because smize was a very common thing in what we're discussing, which is America's Next Top Model. Yes. I mean, I learned how to smize in about 2008, so I've never stopped smizing. Look at me.
You're very good at smizing.
I do it for the cameras now.
Oh, right. Are you all right? Having a fit?
That's a bit weird. Bubbles are kicking in.
Do I need to call a paramedic? Oh, we haven't got a paramedic. I've got a
Not
little
yet.
first aid kit in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I'm all right.
Okay, so smizing.
Yes, that's one of
That was a thing, was
That
it?
was a thing, yes.
Okay.
What's your relationship with America's Next Top Model?
I might have watched a couple of episodes in the past, but it's not been on my radar, to be brutally frank.
Right.
Don't know what else I was doing. When did it start?
2003.
So that's the year we're going to focus on today.
Yes, yeah. Yes, because we're not looking at one particular episode of the show. We're considering the show in all its fashionista glory. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really pay much attention to it, to be
Right.
honest. I felt as though a lot of the episodes were just the same as... I wasn't invested
No.
in the girls, the women. I'm a bit more of a Big Brother kind of fan, really. I was
Right.
a bit that kind of reality,
Right.
rather than the structured reality of America's
Right.
Next Top Model. What about you?
I was always very sniffy about it until I met my ex who was into it, and then I became obsessed. And I think I watched the first 10 seasons.
Yeah.
And it is, looking back on it, it's absolutely ghastly. And I can't actually believe, but, this was the Heat magazine reading me,
Yeah.
I can't believe I used to love it so much because it's horrific. But at the time, God, I loved it. I loved it.
So we watched a compilation clip, didn't we?
Yes,
of
we did.
The top 20 best moments, kind of
Moments that haven't
notorious
aged
moments
well, yeah.
of it. So
Yeah.
it was Hey Mojo thing. That's
Yeah,
what
Watch
it's called.
Mojo,
Watch
yeah.
Mojo thing,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
we'll post in our show
Yeah.
notes, so you can kind of watch along as well as we go through our top 20 from
Yeah.
20 down to 1.
And we're not breaking new ground here because the general consensus is that since its broadcast, America's Next Top Model is now considered deeply problematic in lots of ways. So, should we, before we have a little deep dive, should we
Yeah.
have a look at some of the news events of 2003?
Yeah.
Now, we have covered 2003 before in our very first episode on What Not to Wear, but because we didn't know each other, because it's rubbish, we're going to do it again, but slightly differently. Because don't listen to that, just watch this instead.
Do you know a lot of people are new listeners? I think that their main tendency is to kind of go for our back catalogue and think, oh, I'll start from the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
So that kind of gets a lot of listens.
It does get a lot of listens.
But I'm thinking
Well, I'm sorry,
maybe they don't
everybody.
listen for very long. We're not selling ourselves very well. I mean, like, you can tell we haven't got a marketing team. It's like, don't listen to us, we're shit.
Despite you being married to top PR guru.
Yeah, but he's not done anything. No, but I'm quite happy that he hasn't, because we're doing it all ourselves.
All
Got
ourselves.
ourselves into the Independent ourselves. Got ourselves into the Radio Times ourselves. Let's go to the news desk.
Let's go to the news
Should
desk.
we just lean down and come back in again?
No, because on YouTube that's really rubbish. I think we'd actually pretend to walk.
Okay, let's go to the news
Go
desk.
to the news desk. I can't get the shower out.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do.
Oh,
Oh,
phew.
God, that's always really exhausting. Gosh.
It's a long walk.
Gosh.
It's a long walk.
Long
over
walk.
to the news
Long
desk.
walk. Oh, 1 second, darling. One second.
Okay, hang on. I need to get it up.
Mm.
Don't say that very often anymore. But there you go. Right.
Unlike me.
Let's have a look. America's Next Top Model. Right. Yes. Here we go. Okay. So.
Okay, the year is pretty much dominated by one thing, isn't it?
2003. Yeah.
Yes, on the 15th of February in London, more than 2 million people joined that march to demonstrate against the Iraq War.
Mm-hmm.
It's the largest demonstration in UK history. Makes not a blind bit of fucking difference, because on the 20th of March, land troops from the United Kingdom joined troops from the United States, Australia and Poland in the invasion of Iraq. And then just under a month later, at the Battle of Baghdad, which is fought with British air support, it ends, which ends Saddam Hussein's rule in the country after 24 years of power. 2003 is all about Iraq.
Yeah.
You went on that march,
I went on
didn't
that
you?
march.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when would you get 2 million people on the streets these days?
Really? I know.
We're so apathetic, aren't we?
I know.
Yeah, really contentious. This kind of raged. I mean, the validity of the war raged on for
Yeah.
the next few months,
Yes.
and the next few years. It
Yeah,
really tainted
yeah.
Tony Blair's premiership, didn't it?
Absolutely, and just seems like the most hubristic thing if you look back on it, and you're right. It's totally tarnished his legacy. And why? And this is obviously following the attacks on September the 11th. So I thought you were chuckling.
Laughing about September the 11th.
No. And then I had a panic thought, don't laugh because we're filming, don't laugh because we're filming. You know, one of those that could have spiraled into a corpse.
Did you break into a hot sweat?
Yeah, I'm boiling in this chair. But yeah, this year is really dominated by Iraq and the consequences and the idea that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction which could be deployed within a certain amount of time, as we will discover.
Yes, okay, let's segue away from that, but we will be revisiting the Iraq War. So on the 17th of February, the London congestion charge, a fee levied on motorists travelling within designated parts of central London, comes into operation. Now, I remember this. Up in arms about it. It was a £5 to drive into central London. Looking back on it now, it doesn't seem like anything much. We've had a recent conversations about the ULEZ charge, which is basically the expansion of the congestion charge, the new emissions charge and everything. But yeah, everyone up in arms about that. How dare they charge us driving to central London? But I mean, look, it's worked.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ULEZ, they've shown that since it was introduced, the air quality in the worst polluted areas has improved drastically.
Really?
So back in your box, everybody.
I said the non-driver.
Yeah. Got no sympathy. Sorry. On the 15th of March, comic actress Dame Thora Hird dies in the nursing home in London, aged 91, bless her, less than a year after her final appearance on BBC One. Love a bit of Thora.
Love a bit of Thora.
What a legend.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch some of her films from like the 40s and 50s, she's fucking amazing, isn't she?
There's one called Went the Day Well, and it's about a supposed Nazi invasion. What happens if the Nazis invaded the UK, and she's there with a gun shooting Nazis and things. Yeah. And then she just ran the gamut. She was in Victoria Woods, Pat and Margaret, not on the Eider Down quote.
The Alan Bennett monologue, there's a cream cracker under the sofa, which broke a whole new generation's hearts watching that.
And what was that one where she ran a funeral parlour with her son?
Nearest and Dearest. No, In Loving Memory.
That's right.
In Loving Memory, with the lovely Christopher, what's his name, from upstairs, downstairs. Yeah, God love her.
Okay, so back to the Iraq War. So on the 29th of May, journalist Andrew Gilligan broadcast a report on the BBC Radio 4 Today programme stating that the government claimed in its 2002 dossier that Iraq could deploy weapons of mass destruction within 45 minutes, knowing the claim to be dubious. A political storm ensues. So they basically lied about the weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Labour Party uses to seize on the BBC. And it basically, the BBC comes out of this looking shit, whereas the Labour government at the time kind of escapes too much scrutiny.
Right.
But obviously that scrutiny will come. On the 2nd of July, Chelsea Football Club. 2nd of July. This is quite interesting, I thought, because it's bought by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich for the sum of £150 million. From current chairman Ken Bates, 21 years after he bought the club. How much did he buy the club for, Dave? Can you guess?
I can't guess.
You can't guess, even though it's written in front of you. Just pretend, for the sake of
drama.
For the sake of drama. He bought the club for £1. So I thought it was a really interesting snapshot of where football has come in 21 years. Gone are the days when there's no Premier League 21 years before, which is why we get this massive influx of money. Sky Sports in the late 90s is the one that pumps all this money into football. But just the difference in that kind of fish and chips on the minibus.
Pie and a pint.
Yeah.
And now you have to take out a small mortgage just to buy the latest football shirt, don't you?
Absolutely.
Never mind buy a season ticket.
Yeah.
Just such huge amounts of money in it.
Totally. Absolutely.
Yes. I know, having gone to footballers' weddings and things like that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I know, having been in it. Never mind.
Been in a what?
Never mind.
Threesome? Okay, right. Back to Iraq.
Yes.
The 15th of July.
Was that Amy Winehouse album that never got released? Back to Iraq. Back to Iraq, sorry. That's the bubbles kicking in. Love.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, we'll do
Strap
a
in.
top up. Hang on, let's
Strap
get
in.
the news out the
Get
way
the news out
first. Okay, so on the 15th of July, David Kelly appears before the House of Commons Foreign Affairs Select Committee to answer questions over the information he had given to Andrew Gilligan, who was the reporter on the Today Show.
Yeah, and who's being and David Kelly's being scapegoated, obviously, by the Labour government at this point.
Yes. So who was David Kelly? Was he a civil servant?
He was
who
a
wrote the report?
scientist. He was
scientist.
he wasn't. I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was a civil servant. He was a scientist who had questioned or
maybe being
raised
questioned about the
concerns about
viability
these,
of the
yeah.
weapons of mass destruction.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, very much used as a scapegoat. And then on the 18th of July, David Kelly is found dead near his home in Oxfordshire. Police suspected that he committed suicide. So there was a lot of speculation about murky governmental goings on, wasn't there? I mean, the official report was, and obviously, David Kelly's family are still here and suffering from, his loss. So we're not going to speculate too much. But in the news in general, there was a lot of speculation as did he commit suicide or did something darker and murky happen?
And also, what also lots of questions about his character before he died.
Course.
I mean, awful. And suddenly it felt like this was a bit of a switch, because the abstraction of war, even though you see on TV and there's horrible things going on, the idea of this man who's under so much pressure that he just goes into a wood and kills himself really kind of hammed it, and was another kind of fucking hell, Labour Party, you've fucked this right up, haven't you? You really have.
Yeah, hideous. And, just this man who had never known publicity before in his life before, just suddenly met by this massive tsunami of press coverage and, newspaper intrusion and all that. I mean, that's just going to heap so much pressure on a person, isn't it?
Absolutely. And finally, this year, sales of the DVD home video format take the largest share of the UK home video market for the first time. First launched in the UK in June 1988, the DVD now accounts for more than 70% of home video sales this year as the VHS format's popularity fails.
DVDs. God, I spent a fortune on DVDs.
So did I. I had loads of
them.
them.
Out.
Well, I upgraded to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'll upgrade to bloody 4K whenever that comes in or whatever.
There are going to be some listeners out there, our youngsters, who will never know what DVD really was.
No. What was it? Digital versatile disc?
Yeah, and you remember when it came out? Because obviously the VHS was just a bit shitty, wasn't it? I was used to break, and the quality would degrade over time.
Stuck in the machine when you were watching stuff you shouldn't have been watching. Yeah. Well, panic, the sweaty top lips I had over my top load of VCR fucking machine.
We had a VHS machine that had a wire connected to the
remote control. Yeah, our first one did as well. Actually, no, we didn't. Our first one was infrared, but Mary, who lived up the road, she was like, "Oh yes, we've got a remote control, with the wire in."
Yeah.
And then we were like, "Oh, ours doesn't need a wire; it's infrared." And she was she was chewing a wasp.
It's not mean.
Anyway, some news of 2003, Iraq, and all its consequences.
Yeah, congestion charge,
and Dora Heard.
What other podcast would you get those three subjects in one?
Yes, I'm like, swerve.
Very versatile on the
very versatile.
problematic gaze. Okay, shall we
yes.
have a little top up, because we are still celebrating after all. Should we
Are we having a recording break? I mean, are we?
Pardon? You want a recording break?
No, I thought we just to refresh ourselves.
Okay.
Cheers.
We should get a fan in here. We can't have fans because they interfere with the sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
We'll take a break. See you in 10 seconds.
Well, no, we won't. So even immediately.
Yeah.
We'll go for a break.
So press pause.
What? And we're back. Should we have a look at the year in TV of 2003?
Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to go in categories today, aren't we?
Categories.
Yes.
Category is?
Soaps.
Yes.
Okay, so dominated by EastEnders, really, and continued it's one of the top-rated shows in the UK still in 2003.
As is Coronation Street.
Yes, and Emmerdale saw a ratings boosting around this time as well.
And on Channel 4, Hollyoaks is proving very popular with younger viewers. Yeah. Have you ever seen Hollyoaks?
I went through a little phase. I think it's more like kind of hangover TV on a Sunday back in the day. Not now. They don't really do hangovers anymore.
What?
Don't do... Well, do...
That's because you're so tolerant to alcohol.
Well, no, do 3-day hangovers now.
Okay, fine.
Hence why, after this little half bottle of Prosecco, I shall probably knock it on the head for the evening.
That was me doing my Pinocchio. Reality and TV shows. This is really the boom year. We've had Big Brother starts in 2000. This is. I mean, as America's next top model shows, this is the boom reality TV years, isn't it? So Big Brother on Channel 4. We've had Series 4, the one nobody was interested in because it was really boring.
Yeah, it was boring, wasn't it? Cameron won, didn't he?
Cameron Stout, he won.
Yes.
Very nice, but it was just
Scottish
very
Virgin.
nice. Yes. Oh, that's right. That's right. I wonder if he still is. Scottish, I mean.
Give him a call.
Give him a
We can
call.
sort him out.
Get a big bottle of Prosecco, anyone will have it. Anyone will do.
Okay, so also reality TV shows. Pop Idol.
No, we're saving that.
Oh, we're saving that.
It's a
one,
special
are we?
moment.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot, dear viewers.
Yeah.
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Season 2 aired, won by Phil Tufnell. That was just the start of Juggernaut, really.
I
wasn't
can't believe
it?
that's so old, actually.
Yeah.
And Fame Academy on BBC One. Do you remember that? It was a bit
Very
naff, wasn't it? It was
vaguely.
very middle class.
Yes, but I remember when I went to university, one of the contestants who went on to have a recording contract was at our university, and we used to go drinking in the same pub as her.
Wow.
That was obviously Celebrity.
Yeah, gosh, yeah.
Back then.
That's when reality celebrities had some currency.
Yes.
Series 2 of Fame Academy, Alex Parks won.
Yes.
A name destined to be remembered forever in
What
history.
Alex Parks is doing now.
Possibly listening to this.
Well,
Cheers, Alex.
cheers, Alex.
Chin chin.
Come on the pod.
Hope it went well.
Yeah. Okay. Drama highlights.
Drama highlights.
Drama highlights. So Spooks, brackets MI5 on BBC One, an espionage drama. Popular in the early 2000s. Now, what I remember about Spooks is there was a big brouhaha. Wasn't there? Because one of the spooks played by Lisa Faulkner.
Yes, in the first episode, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, and you think she's going to be the main part until...
Got her head shoved in a deep fat fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a way to go, eh?
What a way to go.
Aye.
The big announcement in 2003, and obviously one I remember vividly, is that Doctor Who's coming back after 7 years off the telly proper, after a long time since it's been on the telly properly, but I was beside myself.
Just for our gazers right now, reenact. Imagine that you're reading it. How did you react?
I was at work, the BBC old Doctor Who website in its infancy, and I just remember going, tap, 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 and reading it. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Doctor Who's coming back. Doctor Who's coming back. Doctor Who's coming back, everybody.
Everyone else like that.
Yeah. What? He's going on about Doctor Who again. Yeah, that was the big news.
Okay, the bill.
Your husband used to troll me from that point on. What happens if it's a flop? What happens if no one watches it? He told me from that fucking date until it was broadcast. And it's a huge hit. Bastard.
Not bitter, are you?
Not bitter.
Okay.
Yikes.
So the bill. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I thought that was Emmerdale you were singing. Anyway.
No, that's
yeah.
the bill. Still a staple of procedural police fans.
Good God,
Kind
that a
of
bit.
ran out of steam halfway through that scintillating fact.
And on BBC One, Witless Silence, of course I mean Silent Witness, continues its run, still going to this day.
Right.
And
Yes,
still
it
got
is,
a
isn't
really
it?
loyal big audience,
Yes,
actually.
it
Yeah,
has.
it's quite incredible.
It has, yes.
Some comedy entertainment at the time.
Yeah, Little Britain. That's ripe for a picking for our podcast, isn't it?
It is, but you can't get it anywhere. It's almost as if people have realised that it's deeply problematic and removed it from most access channels. Even its stars will say today it's deeply problematic. Yeah.
We only kind of choose things that our gazers can actually click on and watch.
Yes.
So, anyway, The Office, Series 2 aired in 2002. The Christmas specials came in 2003.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Did you used to watch The Office?
Are we doing The Office? We jumped. Yeah. Yes, I did. I loved it. Bow Selector is a big thing in the 2003. It's very naughties. Bow Selector,
Very
isn't
naughties.
it?
I mean, I have to admit, I used to love Bow Selector. I mean, again, problematic now because of its use of essentially blackface.
Yes.
Which Lee Francis has gone on to kind of address.
Yes.
But I did like it. Because I think why I liked it was because it really took the piss out of celebrities.
Right.
Did you like it?
Never watched it.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Never watched it. And Dead Ringers is on BBC Two, political impersonations and satire. For the kids.
Bite a Grove.
What was that?
Talking in your accent.
Say it again.
Bite a Grove.
Bite a Grove. That's not bad. No, that's not bad.
Thank you.
Bite a Grove.
Bite a
Grove. That's still running. On ITV Saturday mornings, SMTV Live /CD UK. Ant and Dec have left, but it still remains a Saturday staple.
Who's on it?
Love it. I can't remember who did after Ant and Dec. Tess Daly was there.
Right.
I can't remember who else.
Stephen Mulhern, maybe.
Honestly, wouldn't like to say.
Fact-checking department.
Yeah.
Okay, Blue Peter is still ongoing. Flagship children's factual content show.
Still going on, actually. They've just announced
Yeah.
a new presenter, I think,
Yes.
this week.
Is it online now?
Yeah, it's all on CBeebies, isn't it? It's all
Right.
digital. All digital. Some special moments of 2003. As you've said, the Office Christmas specials wrap up the show's story in 2003. Critically acclaimed. Loved The Office. It was great.
Pop Idols. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. Pop Idols, Michelle McManus wins Pop Idol, surprisingly, sparking big media conversations.
That was series 2 of Pop Idol. Yeah. Will Young won the year before, hadn't he?
I think
And
so.
why were the big conversation with Michelle? Because she was a larger girl.
yes,
Is that it?
I think
basically.
so, yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me because look at this was the era of what not to wear.
Yeah.
This is the era of America's Next Top Model. Think of Bridget Jones talking about her weight. You know, that's 2001, isn't it? So thin is in at this point.
Thin is in.
The fact that Michelle McManus won.
Yeah, and she was an easy target, wasn't she?
Absolutely.
For the press, this was pre-social media, but...
God, imagine these days.
Oh, God, she'd be crucified, wouldn't she, poor girl?
Crucified.
Aye. Okay.
And Michael Jackson's, remember this? Controversial documentary, Living with Michael Jackson, hosted by Martin Bashir, airs on ITV. I mean, I just remember watching that thinking, yes, he's fucking nuts, isn't he?
God, do you remember when he went round that... Was it in Vegas, that furniture store? And, I mean, everybody would love to do that, wouldn't they? Go, I want that. But...
Is he
the stuff he was choosing was...
jewel-encrusted pumas and stuff.
Yeah, and then his kids were all in those masks.
That's
If you look at it now, it's just all very icky.
Very icky.
Oh, dear. Anyway, let's not talk about it. Michael Jackson just keeps cropping up in every single year that we talk about. And it just goes to show what just a phenomenon he was.
Yeah, but let's remember, David, he was no Shakin' Stevens.
It's no Shakin' Stevens. Shakin' Stevens for us has kind of fallen by the wayside. I mean, he used to feature in a lot of our podcasts, and even to the point where we thought about asking Shaky to come on the podcast.
He's still my beating heart. I might have to have a moment. Imagine Shaky sitting there. Shaky, come to PG Manor and come, Shaky.
Do you think he'd text us and go, "Where's my fucking limo?"
I hope he does.
Yeah.
So that was some of the telly that America's Next Top Model lands in. Of course, America's Next Top Model of course, ANTM, as we say in the biz. It's on a cable channel. I don't know when it was first broadcast in the UK, but we just picked 2003 because that's when it started in America. So, yeah, good.
Great. Okay, shall we have a look at the top 20 UK charts?
Yes.
In the UK.
This America ANTM was first broadcast in America on the 20th of May 2003. So the pop charts we have is the UK top 40 of the 18th of May 2003.
Okay.
Confidence?
Bit dodge, I think. I think this is the time then I looked away from the charts, really. It wasn't the big kind of juggernaut it was in the 80s when we were taping them.
Yeah, but I remind you of a Bridget Jones episode where actually we knew quite a lot because this was our clubbing years.
That's right, yeah.
I'm quietly confident I'm going to quite a lot of these.
All right, then let's do top 20.
Yeah.
Are we slurring?
Are we slurring? Slurring.
Celebrating.
So I think we're all right.
Yeah,
we're all right.
celebrating.
It's fashion. It's fashion. Everyone drinks bubbles in fashion, darling.
Yeah.
Fashion, 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 fashion.
Champagne for Lulu.
Champagne for Lulu. I shouted that at her once. Yeah.
At Lulu?
Yeah. She went, you remember when the French journalists did the Sugar Lumps?
Yes.
The Spice Girls. They did a charity, children in need gig at the old Shepherd's Bush Empire. And we went to see it. And we saw the Spice Girls with the Sugar Lumps. And then we were outside and Lulu came out getting into her car. And I went, champagne for Lulu. And she went, thank you, darling.
Oh,
and I got in her car.
that was nice.
God,
She
love
didn't
that.
tell you to fuck off.
No, exactly. I mean, if it'd been in the morning, because she doesn't speak before 1 o'clock these days.
Doesn't
That's
she?
her rule. No, to protect her vocal cords.
Oh.
I just do it because I'm ignorant. Right, number 20.
Number 20. Can't Nobody by Kelly Rowland.
I like a bit of Kelly
Royal
Rowland. I don't know either. But I don't know that song.
No.
Maybe I will know if I hear it. That one. Number 19, new in at number 19 is Home by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Number 18, All Over, Lisa Mathia. I'm suspecting that might be all over for her at that point.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm starting to regret my idea that we might know quite a lot of this stuff. Number 17, X Gon Give It To Ya by DMX.
A lot of R&B so far in this chart.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Okay, number 16, Southampton Boys, Red and White Machines.
Is that a football song?
I don't know, that's new in at number 16 and it'll peak at number 16.
Gosh, is a football song still a thing by local... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Number 15, Minerva by the Deftones. If anybody knows any of these songs, do let us know, please. Thank you.
Number 14, You Said No by Busted. Now, we know Busted, don't we?
We know
Vaguely.
Bust. Yeah, I mean... Number 13, Everybody Come On, brackets, Can You Feel It, close brackets, by Mr. Reds versus DJ Scribble.
I read that as DJ Dribble.
Well, you got your glasses on and all.
I know.
Okay, now.
No, don't know that one. Number 12, Girls and Boys by Good Charlotte.
Okay, well, what do you know? In Da Club, 50 Cent at
Yeah.
number 11. I know
That's
that
a
one.
good one.
Yeah.
50 Cent doesn't like Madonna, been slagging Madonna off, so instantly he's got a black mark against his name.
Really? That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Pack it in, 50 Cent.
But she called him out on it.
Did she?
Yeah,
Good for her.
she did. Number 10, Husan, Bangor Nights versus Husan.
Number 9, Bon Jovi with All About Loving You.
Number 8, Rise and Fall, Craig David featuring Sting.
Number 7, the music titans that are the Cheeky Girls with Take Your Shoes Off.
At least we know the Cheeky Girls.
We know 50 Cent. Let's just go with 50
Yeah.
Cent. You see my body deflating as we're going through
I
this
know.
chart. It's like
Guys, are you still
hunching
with
over.
us? Please bear with us.
Gosh,
I mean, we're at number
this is
6 now.
terrible.
Oh, new in at number 6, Lately by Lisa Scott Lee.
I suspect that's going to be the best selling, most selling of her solo singles.
Have you seen the clip?
Is that the clip where she's ringing up to find out what chart position she's in? I have. Do you explain for the benefits of viewers listening?
I think there was a documentary following her around.
It's the real Lisa Scott Lee show when she's in Dubai with her
Right.
brother and her husband.
Yes, and they
Yeah.
received news of where her latest record has gone in the
Which
charts.
is not this one, I don't think.
Not as high as this. I think it went something like
32?
I can't remember. I think it was a bit higher than that to give Lisa Scott Lee credit.
Okay.
But she was really deflated about it once she went, oh no, it's shit. That's shit. That's really shit.
Yeah, because there's only one way from that point on,
So
isn't it?
obviously, everybody watching it gleefully, revelling in someone's disappointment. But
Yeah.
actually, if you're Lisa Scott Lee, that is probably really disappointing.
Yeah.
Put all that effort into it. It'd be like us if we opened the Radio Times and didn't find our...
We're in it, not in it this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, next week's going to be a nightmare, darling.
That day will come, kid.
That day.
You've got to be prepared for it.
Number 5, Loneliness by Tom Craft.
Is that loneliness?
I've honestly no idea. I can feel my life draining
Oh my
away
God,
as we go through
it's
this.
really shit, innit? Number 4, Get Busy, Sean Paul.
Number 3, Favourite Thing, Big Brothers. I remember that. It samples my favourite things, wasn't it? Banger at number 2.
Banger at number 2, Girls Aloud. Now, can't say a bad word against Girls Aloud.
We not have a bad word.
They're good value, aren't they?
Yes, they
are. No Good Advice, Girls Aloud.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Great song.
Oh,
dear.
no.
God. You know, as we've said before, it's not a chart if there's not some bloody kiddie fiddler. Because number 1 is R. Kelly with Ignition Remix.
I liked that song at the time.
I liked that song at the time. Can you separate the artist from the art like we have to do with lots of things these days?
Who do we have to do that with now? Michael
Roman
Jackson,
Polanski.
Roman Polanski, P. Diddy,
Yeah.
Puff Daddy.
It's not P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. Well, he was called Puff Daddy to start with, then it was
Okay.
P. Diddy.
Right.
It's obviously changing his names for legal reasons
Yeah.
now, obviously.
Yeah.
But yes, it was like Stuart Hall last week and it's a knockout. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's always something to taint.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not dwell.
That was rubbish.
That was a shit chart.
That was really
actually.
shit.
And if our gazers have switched off during that, well,
Don't blame you.
I can't really blame you, to
No.
be honest. But stick with us because when we come back, we're going to be talking about ANTM, America's Next Top Model.
Smize, darling, smize. And welcome back. Hello. So we are talking about we're talking about America's Next Top Model. And have you got some information you'd like to impart, Dave,
I have.
about America's Next Top Model? Let's hear it. Let's hear
I've
it.
been
darling.
researching this intensively.
For
Okay.
minutes.
Oh, hang on. Wikipedia. Okay. Right, ready. So, America's Next Top Model, abbreviated to ANTM and Top Model, is an American reality television series and interactive competition in which a number of aspiring models compete for the title of America's Next Top Model and a chance to begin their career in the modelling industry, created by Tyra Banks, who also serves as executive producer, and developed by Ken Mock and Kenya Barris. The series premiered in May 2003 and aired semi-annually until 2012 and then annually from 2013. The first 22 cycles of the series and cycle 24 were presented by Banks. And then I'm going to skip down because it's all very boring. Winners typically receive a feature in a magazine and a contract with a modelling agency, among other prizes. Over 50 versions of the series have been produced internationally. So,
Wow. It was a
massive.
juggernaut. It was a juggernaut.
Yes.
You know, we're looking at high drama makeovers, dodgy photo shoots, and
Infighting
so infighting
between the models,
Yes.
etc.
classic reality TV, and also the most bizarre things they had to do
Yeah.
over the years. It was just, as obviously the pressure with any reality TV shows to keep it interesting for the viewers, and some of the things those girls had to do was just ridiculous.
Yeah, and also Tyra Banks has said this was kind of like a simulation of the real modelling world.
Yeah.
So it was as close to, for the models, it was as close to the experience of being in the modelling industry
Yes.
as it could possibly be within the realms of a TV game show, basically,
Yes.
and a competition.
Yeah, and it doesn't paint the fashion industry in a very good light, does it, if that's the case?
It doesn't. And we've all got ideas of what the modelling industry entails. You know, before we've even watched America's Top Model, we've got kind of, you know, exploitation models, haven't we? This is like what I would think of what the modelling industry is like, especially kind of at the turn of the century.
Yes.
Before safeguarding practices, if any, exist now, if at all.
Thin. Well,
thin.
what's that thing Patsy Stone says to Naomi Campbell in an episode of Fab? I just say, hack your tits off, stick your fingers down your throat, and then you look fabulous, which does not seem too far from the truth.
No, absolutely. And, we had the realm, we had the era of the supermodel.
Yes.
Didn't we? Which were kind of, you know, kind of not full of figure, still slim, but kind of voluptuous.
Well, Kate Moss wasn't. She was the waif.
She kind of came later, didn't she? So in the era of the supermodel, there was Naomi Campbell, Christy Turlington, Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista, and then kind of came Kate.
Yes.
Kind of ran alongside all that, which was the kind of the waif.
Yes.
Type of model, wasn't it?
Yes,
kind of
the athletic model of the kind of Cindy Crawford goes to the anorexic model.
Yeah.
Sorry if this is triggering anybody in terms of eating disorders.
Yeah.
Should we put a trigger warning on this, because there's a lot of really dodgy stuff.
There is. But then this kind of Kate Moss era was when this. Well, that was kind of like 90s, wasn't it? But this kind of entered into the 2000s.
Yes.
So this was much the era of models have to be stick thin, they have to be a certain weight.
Yeah.
They were measured to make sure their hips and their chest conformed to the type of model that they wanted, the type of girl they wanted.
And as we've discussed in our Bridget Jones episode, this is the height of that kind of thin is good movement, when also the weight loss industry is becoming huge. The kind of hacks you can get to get slim is becoming a huge multi-billion-dollar industry.
Magazines all featured these types of models. These were the kind of women that young women at home were reading in magazines, etc., and thinking, this is the ideal.
Yes.
You know, what is that famous quote from Kate Moss? Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Yes.
Kind of vibe.
Yeah. And a moment on the lips and a lifetime on the hips.
So that kind of you know, running alongside that was the areas of bulimia and anorexia that, you know, that kind of spiked in this era.
Yeah.
So quite triggering for a few people.
Yes. Now, should we talk about Tyra?
Yeah, let's do it.
Tyra, obviously to be admired in lots of ways. You know, as a black woman, she's one of the first black supermodels. Has a really successful career. It's huge. You know, I think she's the first black woman to do Vogue, maybe, or things like that. You know, real landmark moments.
Yeah.
Creates the show herself. Is exec producer.
Yeah, she was born in California. She began her career as a model at the age of 15 and was the first black American woman to be featured on the covers of GQ and Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, which she appeared 3 times. And then she's one of the only few black models to achieve supermodel status. She was a Victoria's Secret angel from 97 to 2005. And by the early 2000s, Banks was one of the world's top earning models.
Yeah, because her appearance in this show, in retrospect, is kind of complicated, isn't it? Because, yes, she's done all that.
And she created the show.
And creates the show. But she's gatekeeping the industry for these potential models, but at the same time participating in a system which harms these models. Now, there is an academic term for this. It's called representational complicity. When you're part of the marginalised group, but you're also enforcing the dominant cultural things that keep others marginalised. So it's a really difficult line to walk. And as we'll see, I love Tyra. And I loved her in this show. Yeah. And I remember at the time thinking, fucking go on, girl. You know, get in you. You know, you've created this yourself. You've clearly worked your ass off to get to where you are. Very successfully. Yeah. Absolutely round of applause. Plaudits. Got everything you want. But then to see what she does and puts other models through, it's like... why aren't you trying to make it easier? Why are you still perpetuating this stuff? I suppose, as you said, this reflects the fashion industry at the time. So she's part of this system that actually...
Prepping girls for the whirlwind that's about to hit them when they enter the industry, I suppose.
Yeah, but not trying to really be supportive. And again, we could argue, well, it's reality TV.
It's entertainment.
That doesn't make good telly, does it? Tyra being supportive, it doesn't make good telly. But then, look how far we've come. I always compare RuPaul to America's Next Top Model because on the surface, they're actually quite similar in terms of they have a runway show, there are judges judging them. But the difference, I guess, after 10 years after America's Next Top Model finishes and RuPaul comes in, is that supportive? Is that kind of constructive criticism as opposed to just saying, you're fat, you're ugly, your teeth are shit, Because the other thing that's about this show is it's about transformation, but often these transformations do not come from within. They're not like a personal journey somebody goes on. It's hack your tits off, stick your fingers down your throat. It's all that problematic stuff, just that cosmetic appearance, which is deeply problematic. I know you didn't watch it, but there was a girl who, like Madonna, had a very prominent gap in her teeth, and they wanted to get her teeth done. They were like, no, you've got to get that sorted out because all anybody's going to see is that gap. Yeah. So the sense that any kind of individuality is ironed out, in this show, and you get some fairly dramatic makeovers, to be honest.
We do. Just move over that way tiny little bit, darling. Yes. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I'm a director, darling. I can't help myself. It's all about framing the shots. Okay, so what we're going to do is what was it? Play Mojo?
Watch Mojo.
Watch Mojo. Well, we've got the link. It did feature 20 kind of famous moments / problematic moments on America's Top Model. So we'll just run down through from 20 to number 1 and talk about individual things. Some of them are a little bit bleh. Yeah. So we'll gloss over them.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about Tyra at number 20. Yeah. In cycle 6. We call them cycles. Rather than seasons.
Cycles. Yeah.
Cycle 6.
Fashion.
Tyra faints. So now this was kind of like a challenge, an acting challenge. Yeah. And Tyra feigned a fainting fit. Yeah. And basically put the wind up all these girls because they thought she was kind of ill and fainted. Yeah. And then she stood up and went, I was acting. Yeah. It was just a bit naff.
And the girls are just like, what?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then we kind of like wanted to talk about Tyra then, but we've talked about Tyra already. Yeah. So let's move on to number 19, which is Cycle 5, Cassandra Quits. Now, Cassandra... basically, this is what you were talking about altering your appearance, changing basically the fundamental core of who you are.
Yes.
To get ahead in the modelling world.
And to be fair, one of the best parts of the series was seeing the girls come in for the first episode and then they go and have their makeover. Yeah. And that was always actually quite exciting. And the format of the show served that really well. But often, you'd come up and go... Fucking hell. Yeah.
So this girl, Cassandra, had really long hair and they wanted to kind of give her a kind of pixie / mod hairstyle and mould the models. And that was it, wasn't it? She quit. She's just like, no, fuck it. I'm off. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to change the fundamental core of who I am for the benefit of this show where I might win, I might not. But, okay, number 18 was Low Carb Brownies episode from Cycle 3, which was basically somebody had baked some brownies and then they're basically, the models are put into dorms, aren't they?
Yeah, it was like the Big Brother house.
It's kind of Big Brother house. Yeah. So, and one of them had written in the brownie mix something disparaging about the other thing, and I think this was just... Yeah, it was just... It was there designed... to highlight or create tension in the dot, to create stories. Yeah. And I just thought this was quite interesting in the way the show tended to pit the models against each other, pit these women against each other. So rather than it being an environment of
Sisterhood.
nurturing, of sisterhood,
Sorority.
encouragement.
Yeah.
This was a very good example of how they pit them against each other, because tension and fighting equals drama equals ratings.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Absolutely, yeah. And it was always, again, it's like watching The Apprentice, you know, what's the house going to be like this season? It was a bit like that. What's the house going to be back in those seasons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was always quite fun. But you're right, conflict was entertainment. You know, we don't want to see people getting on with each other.
Yeah.
We want to see fighting. They really slag off number 17 on this list was a thing called Jade's CoverGirl commercial. So at the end of the cycle, they do this big photo shoot or advert or TV stuff for the prize, to get the prize. And I mean, it's not very good. Let's face it.
It was basically how to walk and talk at the same time.
And not bump into the scenery, you know, yeah. And she wasn't very good. But it was just...
When you're put under that spotlight, there's such immense pressure. You probably haven't slept properly for weeks at this point.
Yeah.
And again, it's a case of let's kick someone when they're down, when they're struggling.
Absolutely. Now watch that. I thought she was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was that bad.
Yeah. Okay, let's gloss over that one. Okay, so number 16, Rebecca faints during critique cycle 4. So this kind of shows the judging panel in all its glory, and this model Rebecca faints.
Yes.
And I thought this kind of highlighted the pressures that these young women, because they were only like 19, 20, let's face it.
Yeah.
You know, what were we doing at 19, 20? Fucking being idiots. And there they are on TV, under scrutiny.
Been filming for hours, really intensively, for
hours.
days and days and days and days.
Because let's face it, in TV, you shoot things in the shortest space of time because time equals money.
Yeah.
So in, you know, not just America's Next Top Model, but any kind of reality show like this, it's filmed on such a budget. You're probably getting 4, 5, 6 hours sleep a night.
Yeah.
And then you're filming stuff. Sometimes when it's multi-camera, you have to film over and over again.
Yeah.
And also adding to the fact that they're being constantly told to lose weight or maintain their weight.
Stop eating, don't eat, you know.
So it's no surprising that
Yeah.
these models are just like dropping like flies, and this is a good example of that.
And I'd like to think that the fashion industry's got better, but actually my goddaughter, Tallulah, shout out to you, beautiful
Hi,
girl,
Tallulah.
is a model in her part-time and has often had to be on a train at 4:30 in the morning to get to a shoot somewhere in Manchester or wherever, you know, a long day and straight back, and the next day rinse, repeat until, you know, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
She can now pack a 2-week holiday into basically a carrier bag.
Right.
She's an expert. That's amazing.
I've seen her TikToks, Tallulah. Yeah, I love your TikToks. I think they're great.
Yeah.
Okay, so at number 15, lightly touched upon before, from Cycle 6, Joni's dental work. So not only have they been asked to lose weight, they're being asked to cosmetically change their appearance in this one, aren't they?
These beautiful girls already are being asked to, for example, what's her name? Joni.
Yeah.
Joni. Beautiful girl, basically told to totally change her teeth, and she has to go for some like 16-hour dental operation overnight, and then the next day be back on set. And it ties in with the idea of no eating, starving yourself. Beauty comes through suffering.
Yeah.
You know, which is what this show kind of peddles, that if you're not suffering to do it, then it's not worth it. You're not doing it properly. You know what image is that? What's that telling people?
Absolutely. I mean, look at these days. The amount of Botox. You know, Botox back in this time was an experimental, novice thing, wasn't it? It was not novice, but startup kind of thing. Whereas now, women of all ages get
and
Botox,
men
and then
now,
of course,
yeah.
But I might get a little bit of Botox in there. What do you think?
I've had it.
Have you had it?
Now, I had it 18 months ago. I had to say it was fucking fantastic. I looked amazing. People would say, "Be on a holiday."
I remember, yes.
Yeah, I just look this general glow up.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be in 15 years I get a fucking extra head coming out my cheek, you know, but I looked normal. So I can't slag it off because
I've always thought maybe I should get one. I know the lady in the village,
in the
PG
pub.
Manor, in the pub.
She does it back the toilets
On
Friday night.
Have a feel, just a bit here and a
keep
bit there.
still, keep still.
Wake up the next morning.
Yeah. She forgot to tell you, you got to sit. You can't. When you get Botox, you're not allowed to lie down for the first 24 hours.
No way. Well, how do you sleep?
Because you've got to sleep sitting up.
No way.
Yes, because if you go on your side, literally it can, until it settles, it can just like slide your face down. So your whole face just like slides down like that. Yeah, you got to sit upright.
Oh, I didn't know that. I couldn't do
Yes,
that.
it
I
is,
need
yeah.
8 hours every night.
Yeah. But also, this whole thing about we're going to completely ruin your teeth and stuff. It also says that to be successful, you've got to just be obedient and silent.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to just put up with it.
Yeah.
And going back to Tallulah, you know, who as I said, models. She's a mixed race girl, and we'll talk about the racial element of America's Next Top Model. But she still goes to shoots where there's nobody who can do black hair. Mm-hmm. So you get a white lady trying to do the most ridiculous things to black hair, which just makes it go out of control. One day she came back so upset because she'd been to a shoot and all the white girls were in this room getting ready and stuff. There was a tiny table for the 4 black girls outside in the corridor. That they had to basically do their own stuff.
Right.
And it's just like, but you know, it says, this show just says, shut up, put up with it, get on with it. You know?
You're going to encounter that in the industry. So.
Yes, because it's too finished. And was it ever thus? It's still going on.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. So, this is 14. Alexandra versus the Pendulum. Cycle 14.
I mean, this was ridiculous. Even at the time, I remember watching this thinking, this is fucking ridiculous. This is runway. They're given impossibly high heels to walk in. And these massive pendulums are swinging. But it's like gladiators. And they've got to time it so they go through the pendulum without getting hit. Why? Why? You know, That's all we need. Just why? And reality TV.
Yeah.
So when one gets knocked off, you know, it's great telly. I mean, she's already slipped on her arse at the top of the stairs before she even gets on the runway. Yeah. And this is just like, there's other ones where...
This reminded me of It's a Knockout from last
week.
Week. It's humiliation as entertainment.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And there's one where they are, I think they're in Canada, and they are suspended from a high building, and they've got to lean over and be like this, modelling as just facing a fucking sheer drop off a skyscraper, you know, and it's like... And then they get critiqued, seriously, afterwards. Well, you weren't very on balance, were you? Your pendulum hit you. What do you fucking expect?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Okay, number 14. Number 13. Lisa demonstrates the product, Cycle 5. So Lisa is a bit of a rebel. She's an extreme personality, this one. She's always stealing the limelight. And it seems to me as though what they're trying to say in this clip is you get certain contestants who are looking beyond what they can get out of America's Next Top Model, presenting an extreme version of themselves to get airtime, basically. Yeah. Which, you know, as at the infancy of reality television, you know, it was all quite innocent and naive, wasn't it? And then as it rolled on, same with Big Brother, you've got contestants on
become
who
savvy,
thought
don't they?
that I can get something more out of this than just winning the show.
Yes.
So, yeah, that was Lisa with her adult diapers.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so here we go. So number 12, Jada and the Racist Model. So Jada and her fellow contestants were sent to do a photo shoot, and they were each assigned a male model. And Jada's male counterpart basically says to her,
"Just not on work with you because you're black."
I don't like black girls.
Yeah. It's horrible.
It's really horrible.
It's really horrible. And it amazes me that this is produced by a woman of colour.
Yeah.
I know.
At this point, you would have expected the production team to have come in and said, okay, male model.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Get somebody else.
Take Jada to one side and say, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I'm going to find you another guy who isn't a racist.
Yes.
But instead, what happens is they continue to film and they make a story out of it, much to this poor girl's discomfort.
Yeah.
And that was really uncomfortable to watch.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they just seized upon the opportunity to create a story for their episode out of this.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, race comes in a lot. You know, you get one of the things on that thing on YouTube was that later on there's Yaya's hat, you know, black girl who chooses not to wear this African print hat and instead chooses a cowboy hat, and then they have a go at her for not living up to the stereotype effectively. And she quite reasonably says, well, actually, we've had a conversation about, you know, Afrocentrism and stuff, and I thought this reflected my personality better. But because she didn't play the game, and because she didn't represent her colour in the way that they wanted, it was just...
Yeah, she didn't follow the narrative that they had set out for her, which was of racial stereotypes.
Yes,
thing. So that was number 10, Yaya's hat. It was casual, and the panel kind of criticised her for not going along with the plan.
Yeah.
So there was a quite, even though it wasn't stipulated that they weren't being racist, there was a lot of casual racism there.
Totally.
Like, well, why didn't you do this?
Oh my God. Absolutely.
So that was number 10.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to number 11, the conveyor belt catwalk. Again, it was kind of like the models were made to walk on a catwalk that was a conveyor belt in these high heel shoes. And again, it reminded me of, this is just like another version of It's a Knockout. Again, it's humiliation as entertainment. They're setting these girls up to fail for our amusement, basically. They were basically kind of like circus performers.
Yes, yeah. Now, I think we should skittle through this list, because otherwise we're going to be here till Tuesday.
We're almost there.
Almost there. So we've got, I mean, there's a lot of...
We've got Shandy cheats on her boyfriend, number 9. Which,
nice bit of slut shaming.
Yeah.
Nice bit of voyeurism.
50 Cent, not friend of the pod.
Not friend of the pod.
Not friend of Madonna either.
No.
Pushes JL into a pool. Basically, this model, JL, is considered to be a little bit of a rebel, not playing by the rules, a bit of an upstart. 50 Cent pushes her in the pool. It's all heavily edited, so you don't really know exactly the situation. But then it's kind of, the narrative is, you know, JL's humiliated as though it's her fault for 50 Cent pushing her in this pool, which I just felt was, again, it was just a little bit of, you know, you're a woman, you need to play the game.
Yeah. And we'll edit it to make you look like shit.
Yeah. Okay, let's skip to number 5 then. The badly timed coffin photo shoot.
Oh my God, I remember watching this actually.
Cycle 4. So Carleen is one of the contestants. Kaylin. And her friend has died. Yeah. Basically heard it on the phone.
Yeah.
All videotaped and broadcast for entertainment.
Yeah.
And then the very next day, or almost the next day, they're made to do, the models and Kaylin is made to do a photo shoot of being lowered into a grave while lying in a coffin.
Yeah. I mean, it's just incredible. They did say, Tyra Banks did say afterwards, it was complete coincidence. We didn't plan it, obviously. Yeah. But, and actually, did you watch a clip of her getting critiqued on that photo shoot?
No.
Is that on that thing? No. So they show the photos of Kaylin in the coffin, and Tyra says, actually, you know what? Her friend had died the day before. And they're like, that is her best work. She looks amazing. She's pulled it out. She's shown us what she can do. And it's like, fucking hell, it's shameless, isn't it?
Exploitation.
Absolutely exploitation.
Okay.
There is a lot. One of the things that it does get criticised for constantly is the racial stuff.
Number 4.
So we got a biracial photo shoot, which, according to Tyra, celebrated the blending of cultures, and which basically seemed to involve the models being in black, brown, or yellow face, basically. Unashamedly, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they are literally, the white girls are made up to look like black girls. It reminded
Yes.
me of blackface from the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
You know, it was incredible. And then we have number one on this list was the ethnicity swapping photo shoot, where, and again, if you've seen a glimpse of this, I can't remember if you showed me.
Yes,
a
I
clip
saw
of
some
this.
clips.
Yeah. So there's a white
it's
girl.
in the sugarcane fields,
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's just like,
which has connotations itself.
absolutely, it's just dreadful. And what this show does, again, it surprises me that what this does, because it's exec producer and creator is a black woman, is it exoticizes the racial difference. So anything that's not white is seen as exotic or other in a way which just seems to be like fucking Victorian. You know, it's so...
But it makes you wonder, did anybody on the day, producers or anybody on that set, say to them, this is a little bit iffy?
But 2003, was
Yeah.
it iffy though? Was it iffy, love?
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
I think they thought they were maybe being ironic, or
I think
kind of
they thought they were pushing boundaries.
pushing boundaries.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
they're doing something great
Yes.
here. I told you about my old flatmate who used to work for Red Magazine, and she went to one of Elton John's white tiara parties he used to have for the AIDS Foundation.
Yeah.
And the particular year she went, the starters they had came in a little sugar African mud hut that they lifted off, and there's a little chocolate African baby inside to eat, you know. And it was like, she came back and she was like, so this was the time when, you know. And as we said, Tyra has to walk a complicated line, because as a black woman, she's actually perpetuating
Yeah,
this.
and Tyra
you
was
know.
taking the pictures.
Taking
and
the
she was giving them
pictures.
direction about how to look and how to emote and how to feel as a black woman.
Yeah.
To this white woman who was made up to, makeup wise, look like a black woman.
Dreadful makeup as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it was slapped on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just. I mean, look, we're not saying that people shouldn't enjoy America's Next Top Model. It's the same in all our podcasts. You know, we might look at the problematic elements of it. We're not saying if you liked this show, then you yourself are problematic. We're just saying, let's look at it in a different light, and let's look at it through modern eyes, how that looks.
Well, I mean, the kind of, it happened, I think, in COVID, when a lot of people thought, I tell you what, in lockdown, let's rewatch America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
And suddenly on social media, people started going, this is a bit fucking dodgy, isn't it? And that shows you, as is the want of our podcast,
Yes.
what that says about society and culture then and
Yes.
now, and what you could say then in terms of fat shaming, colour shaming,
Yes.
you know, or colour, describing your colour as exotic, or, you know, something not white,
Yes.
which becomes a source of kind of exoticism,
Yeah.
is so different to 10 years, 15 years where we are today, you know, in a way that actually, I was going to say in a way that America's Next Top Model was different to, say, the black and white minstrel show of the 60s and 70s, but actually wasn't that fucking different. So could we argue or hypothesize that actually it's only possibly with the rise of woke that actually we now realise this is really fucking dodgy and good.
Yeah,
because it is.
Absolutely. But you know, it's of its time. It's like, this is what attitudes were at the time.
I watched it and didn't flat back on eyelid, Dave.
No.
I loved it. Loved it. I watched it with my ex. He was a black guy.
Yeah.
He loved it. Didn't pick up on any of this, you know.
But it just goes to show that no matter how old you are or where you are in your life, there's always room for education.
Absolutely.
And there's always room
Never stop learning.
for accepting that perhaps your attitudes to things and culture's attitude to things, TV's attitude to things, were perhaps questionable at the time, and you have to put yourself in other people's shoes watching it, thinking, well, how do they feel about watching this as well?
And some of the models have come out subsequent to, you know, being on the show and said, that was fucking dodgy, that was really hard, it was horrible. Tyra herself has come out and said, yes, you know, there's some things that absolutely we couldn't do these days.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we've gone a little bit deep there, but that is kind of like the fundamental root of our podcast about problematic elements of past shows.
Here we are.
Let's finish on a lighter note. So we're kind of jumping back to number 2, which is Tyra's over-the-top rant.
I mean, this has become a meme.
It's become a meme.
Well, you say a lighter note, but actually, if you watch the whole thing, it's pretty disturbing.
Okay, so basically we should say what it was about. Basically, Tyra, one of the models is giving a bit of lip back, basically. But
Yes.
you can explain why in a second, but what
Yeah.
Tyra's reaction is we were all rooting for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were rooting for you, I was rooting for you. So
Yeah.
tell me what led up to that rant.
It's not she's giving a lip back, it's because she's not appearing upset enough.
Right.
And that's
She's just been eliminated, hasn't she?
I can't remember.
so.
I think she has,
Yeah.
but she's not upset enough. And clearly, that's not good enough for the producers or for Tyra. And it's a black girl, another black girl, and then Tyra just goes off it. I mean, it's like Hooper 50 pence in Tyra this morning, you know. But it's actually quite, if you watch the whole thing without the funny memes taken off it, it's actually quite uncomfortable because it is a black woman really laying into another black woman for not having an appropriate reaction to something. And yes, we can kind of joke about it and make light of it, but it's kind of also deeply uncomfortable. So
Perhaps not as light as I
not
was
as light,
hoping for.
not as light as we thought, unfortunately,
Okay,
listeners.
sorry about that, everybody.
So listen, I mean, there's a lot to unpick in America's Next Top Model, a really lot, and we've just touched on it, you know. And as you said, if you enjoy it, fair enough, but you've got to realise, you've got to appreciate that it's a very different world now, in the way that Bridget Jones was a different world, and the way that what not to wear, and we said you wouldn't be able to make those these days, you know, because they're so kind of denigrating and fat shaming and slut shaming and all of this stuff. So absolutely, it's of its time.
Yeah.
We can see its, you know, its tendrils in RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, it's a reality show which has 5 judges. You know, I remember Twiggy, bless her, was one of the judges in the early series, stuck out like a sore thumb. You know, she's got these little, Twiggy looks dowdy compared to Tyra, compared to, can't remember the guy from Vogue, you know, blah blah blah. So of its time,
Of its time. Let's draw a line under America's Next Top Model now.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that conversation because there was a lot to unpick.
a lot to unpick. Okay,
Yes.
as a whole, what would you rate? Oh, you've never seen it though, have
I
you?
haven't seen a lot of it. I'd only have to rate it from the snippets on YouTube that we watched. I thought as a piece of television from the 2003, from the mid 2000s, and as a lesson in how not to treat contestants and how not to present race.
And there's also we've got a whole talk about LGBTQ stuff. You know.
The representation, how not to present to women and the audience, how to conduct yourself, how to, you know, worry about your weight, worry about your facial features, and all that kind of thing. I feel it was really kind of negative what I watched.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. A lot of it made me feel uncomfortable. And I think a lot of it made me feel uncomfortable about my attitude back then to what I thought was entertainment.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's aged well as some shows have.
Yeah.
So I would probably, an overall rating, I would probably give it about 3
Yeah.
high heel catwalks out of 10.
Right. Yeah, I think at the time, if you'd asked me, I'd give it like 9 out of 10. Now I will give it, what am I going to give it? 2 makeup bags out of 10. It's a disappointing no. For
It was
America's Next Top
disappointing,
Model.
actually.
Yeah.
But again,
Of its time.
it was entertainment of its time.
Of its time. I would have given it 8 back in the day.
But again, if you look at the black and white minstrel show,
Yes.
that's been completely erased from
Absolutely.
the internet, from the annals of BBC history
Yeah.
and all that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
maybe this one might be consigned to the dustbin of history as well.
Or contextualised, you know.
Yes.
It's quite difficult to
Yeah.
watch. You've got to pay to watch it these days. It's not anywhere.
Right, I
so-
see. It was interesting to watch it
Yeah,
as an insight into
Yeah.
attitudes
yeah.
at the turn of the century.
One last point about it, though, is that I'm stabbing with a pen, you know. Where did I get that from? Is that the fashion industry seemed to have gone through a phase in the 2010s of embracing plus-size models, of embracing diversity, but it seems to be creeping back to skinny is good, a very particular look of a model. They're the only girls getting booked these days, and it seems to have swung back the other way. So do better, guys.
Do better. Well, it just goes to show how cyclical the fashion industry is.
Yeah, more of a pendulum.
Exactly. Because if you have one representation of woman that is in vogue, for want of a better word, at the moment, if you spent the next 20 years just representing that style of woman, then everything's going to dwindle. People are going to lose interest. So it is cyclical. You do get the Twiggies of the 60s to the kind of more voluptuous supermodels of the 90s.
Polinas of the 80s.
To the waves of Kate Moss.
Yeah.
So it has to kind of go like that. Otherwise, they don't have new things to talk about.
Yeah.
Which in itself is really sad for all the young girls, the teenagers, and, you know, other women and men now, like, as you say, watching it, because you never really know. You know, if you're trying to fit into the world, you never really know. You're never going to be good enough at some point in time.
Story of your life, darling.
Okay, next week,
Yes.
we're going to lighten the mood a little bit, or
Yes.
are we? Depending on what your attitude is. But we might have to crack open the champagne again, because we're celebrating Will and Grace, the US TV sitcom from the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
So we're sticking around the early 2000s, aren't we?
Yes, but hopefully with being a sitcom, we can laugh away.
Yes. I wasn't a big fan of Will and Grace, so I can't say I'm particularly looking forward to this, but I'm prepared, as ever, to have my preconceptions changed.
I was a big fan, so this might be interesting, because
We're going to fall out.
it's always better when we agree to disagree.
So
And we're
until
glassing
then-
each other
Yeah.
by the end of the episode.
So until then, please I'm putting the notes away now. Please like and subscribe on all our socials, TikTok, Instagram and Facebook.
No, just TikTok and Instagram.
At Podcast Gaze.
Yes.
Email us at problematicgaze@gmail.com.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe wherever
Yes.
you get your podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Did you say that already?
Yes.
I can't really focus now because I've had some champagne and B, I've
Listen.
taken my glasses off.
Listen, I'm off to try and traverse a catwalk with got some swinging pendulums going across it. What are you going to do?
I'm off for a 16-hour dental surgery marathon.
Brilliant. Good luck with that.
I've
All
got a
right,
bit of a lock
darling.
front tooth.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time,
Au reservoir.
a reservoir.